How's it going, everybody? We're back today with another 2022 fantasy football mock draft. In this mock draft, we start out at pick 5, and as the title tells you, we go running back early. And actually, we first 3 rounds go running back, and we actually end up with a very solid roster. I like this draft a lot. Like I say at the end of the video, I think the last draft was still better, but this one going running back that early, 3 of them, I was still very happy with how this draft turned out.
Yeah, definitely agree. Before we go to the draft, though, I want to thank everybody for watching GG Sport podcast of the Minnesota Vikings. We're on a road to 1,000, a little over halfway there. So hit that subscribe button, hit the bell, get notifications for more of our videos and all that good stuff. All right, let's get to the draft. Pick number 5.
What are we thinking here?
Let's see. So
I guess it all depends on how.
As far as wide receivers, good question is like, when do you pick a wide receiver? How far do you go with your running backs before you're like, all right, I'm going to pick a wide receiver instead?
Yeah. I mean, like, God, look at a guy like Derrick Henry. And I like Derrick Henry a lot, but you're missing a lot out of that pass catching game with him,
Yeah.
Like he doesn't quite have that aspect of his game. I guess it all depends on who goes at pick 4,
Henry's already gone. Cooper Kupp.
Ooh, Cooper Kupp. See, so now you're left with a good choice here because I know we've had our fair share of McCaffrey and Austin Eckler, but man, if one of those guys are left, which they will be, it's hard not to go in that direction.
And obviously, we love Justin Jefferson, but if you have any of these kind of running backs around here, you have to go those running backs just because it's so hard. I mean, we've done enough drafts now to know the type of talent at wide receiver later in the draft.
Right, for sure. So, I mean, if Team Kirby here, whichever.
Ooh, wow, Justin Jefferson.
I hate it for like the 4th time in our 5 drafts, man. Or third time in our 5 drafts. Christian McCaffrey's right there.
I mean, it is what we would do, right? We would pick Christian McCaffrey at this point. Sure. So we do go McCaffrey. We'd still want to do that handcuff later on.
Yeah. But it's hard if he's sitting there for you at number 4, man. If he can stay healthy, or
number 5,
if he can stay healthy, that is a steal of a pick.
Yeah, you gotta take your chance on him.
So yes, we know it's overdone. We've taken him a lot, but
you got to do what you got to do, man.
You got to take him.
So we're sitting here. Kamara just got picked. We kind of
a lot of receivers
drop.
A lot of receivers coming off the board, which is leaving us options at running back.
Right, Swift's gone.
Yeah, I figured so.
So,
all right.
I don't want to talk about this. And, James Conner, he's going to be that feature back. Javonte Williams, man, he really definitely would be. But I don't know if they're going to do 100% with Melvin Gordon. Aaron Jones does have Dylan behind him.
But with that weakened receiver core, they might put Dylan out, or they might put Jones out for a pass catching role a little more.
That's a good point.
You got a guy like Nick Chubb down there, but I feel like that'd be a little bit of a reach at this point.
Saquon.
Quick, make your pick.
I would take a chance on Aaron Jones.
I would too, yeah.
He could become a big part of the passing game now.
Let's do it. So McCaffrey, Aaron Jones, 1 and 2 is pretty solid.
We got some interesting choices. We got Saquon Barkley there still. We already have 2 running backs, but I think you can't go wrong with with running backs. And if Barkley's a huge boomer bust at this point in the draft, but it's more boom than bust because he's a feature guy no matter what, and you're getting him in the 3rd round.
Yeah, and hopefully all those injuries have healed up. I mean, he played last year through a lot of things,
and it sounds like the Giants are saying that he's looking like super good right now, and he is still available. I mean,
let's go running back heavy.
Let's go that rounds. Yeah, 3 running backs. I mean, our running back
will be
looking pretty beast. So will give us a good idea of what it will look like if you go running backs early. What can you do for wide receiver after that?
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. Good prep for real drafts, which I'm kind of looking forward to as well. So coming up on our next pick, where are we looking?
There's still some running backs out there. So we're talking about wide receiver. At this point, I think DK is the most talented. We don't really know what's going on with that whole situation.
Right. Brandon Cooks, I don't love.
Yeah, we do like Ross St. Brown, but I don't know. I would still like DK over him.
Yeah.
Other guys I'm liking later is, Jerry Jeudy and Cortland Sutton could be studs. I mean, Russell Wilson has to throw somewhere. And then you still have Amari Cooper, who is going to be the guy for the Browns.
Right.
I do like Allen. I think Allen Robinson's a massive steal. We can get him on the back end.
But yeah, I would say probably at this point, DK is if we're going
Quick,
receiver,
make your
DK
pick.
is probably where I feel safest. The true, number one receiver on their team, which is only downgraded because of their quarterback play.
Right, and he's only another year of experience.
Yeah,
he had a kind of last year was kind of not as good or whatever, but
right. If only I knew when Chris Godwin is going to be healthy.
He does say he's trying to get healthy by week 1.
Oh, he would be so nice to have. But I don't know if you take. I mean, you probably don't take him here and hope, especially since we waited to take receivers.
I mean, we went straight running backs. We could take a bigger gamble. It is harder to take a big gamble, but at this point, you kind of would want, if I pick 3 running backs right off the bat, I'm probably going to spend my next 4 picks on wide receivers, unless there's a quarterback that I like there.
Right. But also, Amari Cooper's there, and I know you like him a lot.
I just like him just because it's hard though with Watson. I would really like him, but with Barcelona, I mean, he's still the number 1 guy. He's a good wide receiver. He's the number 1 guy for the Browns.
If this draft fell the same way and I could roll it back, I probably would have taken a receiver instead of Barkley and grabbed Etienne here. But you don't know that obviously earlier on.
True.
But yeah, what are we looking? I don't know, man. I mean, I like Chris Godwin, but if you want to go with Jerry Jeudy might be solid. Amari Cooper,
let's take a chance on Chris Godwin.
Let's do it.
Quick, make your pick.
If the guy plays, and even if he misses the first 4 or 5 games,
yeah, he says he's thinks he'll be ready for week 1.
Yeah, if
he was asking for a lot, but
yeah, love me some Chris Godwin. I mean, I had him last year. The guy's an absolute monster. 1B on that Tampa Bay team receiving wise for sure.
So yeah, we went running back heavy, but look there's still a lot of wide receivers. We already got DK, we got Godwin, and there's a group of really good receivers here.
Yeah, Michael Thomas, who was a first-round pick before he got injured.
Right, Michael Thomas could be one of the biggest boom picks in this draft, but man, who knows? He hasn't played in such a long time.
And I think after last season, a lot of people are discrediting Allen Robinson. I mean, the guy's still talented as all hell at receiver.
Yeah, and he's never had a quarterback like Stafford or on a team like the Rams.
Well, if we want him, we got him.
Obviously, we love Adam Thielen too, which he also could be. But I think Allen Robinson, man, someone's got to pick up the slack that OBJ and Robert Woods left there.
Yep,
who's going to be that number 2 guy? That offense is going to pass.
Yeah,
so
and with Cooper Kupp probably getting double covered or some bracket coverages might leave Allen Robinson open for some balls. So
yeah, I think Allen Robinson here.
I like it. Let's do it. Really solidifying this roster, man. For sure.
Yeah, now our wide receivers, DK, Godwin, if he comes back, Allen Robinson. We have a good group of wide receivers, and we're not done yet.
And even if Godwin doesn't come back right away to start the season, you just plop Allen Robinson into that spot.
Exactly. And there's more talent at wide receiver available here.
It does definitely seem like a good year to go running back early. And if we're looking with 2 later round picks, and we want to grab both Hubbard and AJ Dillon, might not be a bad call.
True.
Would you grab Thielen here if he's there?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't know. Yeah. It's hard.
There's a ton of receiver talent in these next 5 or in those next 4 guys right there with Thielen.
Yeah, I know.
Drake London, Garrett Wilson with a lot of potential. Plus Rashad Bateman. They're all still there.
I mean, this wide receiver talent is insane right now. You got some quarterbacks here. I mean, we get another wide receiver. We took the risk with Godwin, and it doesn't even matter anymore.
Right.
We picked 3 running backs right off the bat, and it worked out in our favor.
Right. How into bye weeks are you? Because if we took Thielen, we would have 2 week 11s and 2 week 7s, which obviously you could interchange them when those weeks show up. Like in week 7, you play our starters, and
it does matter. It depends on how bad you want to play a single player.
Quick, make your pick.
I would say Thielen.
We could go for what's that?
I'd say Thielen, Bateman, or Wilson. We got to take one though.
What do you think?
Thielen.
Oh fuck! Accidentally clicked the wrong one.
We took Drake London. I like Drake London too in Atlanta.
Drake London's going to be the number 1 wide receiver.
Yeah.
Either way, you take a chance at a high upside guy.
Yeah. I would have rather had Thielen, Bateman, or Wilson in that spot, but hey, Drake London's okay too.
And the only thing with Adam Thielen, though, is he is a wide receiver too, so you can take a chance on like a Wilson Bateman or a Drake London, and you're aiming at a guy who's going to potentially be the number one receiver for that team.
For sure, yeah. But hey, I mean, I know it was a mistaken click, but I'm okay with that. I liked the guy coming out of the draft.
And look how much more wide receiver talent there still is. I mean, Christian Kirk's going to be the number one, should be the number one wide receiver. You got DeAndre Hopkins. Yeah, you have to wait 6 games. Treylon Burks has the best chance of becoming the number one wide receiver, I think, of Tennessee. Kadarius Toney.
Treylon Burks and Drake London remind me a lot of each other, but I think Burks has a little bit more speed.
Right. Chris Olave. Man, there's still a lot of talent there. Now, quarterback's an interesting situation for us.
Yeah. Because left? Who's left at quarterback right now?
Matt Stafford, Derek Carr. Trey Lance, captain.
Yeah.
I mean,
at this point, I'm probably pulling the trigger on Stafford.
Think so?
Yeah. I mean, because otherwise, just think if a couple quarterbacks get taken within the next round here, we're going to be left with not really any guys that have like true starting potential.
Yeah. I mean, you already know that offense is going to be straight pass heavy.
And that's the thing. You can go into these with a good draft strategy, but as soon as someone takes like that first quarterback that's not a Mahomes or Allen, that starts the run on quarterbacks. Everybody starts grabbing them.
Right.
So, a lot of times your plans are thrown off by other people's drafting. But hey, if you're telling me we're getting Matthew Stafford as your starting quarterback, I'm in, man. I like it.
Right. So what are we looking at here? We have
I'm not a huge Claypool guy.
Me neither. Rashad Penny. It's interesting. You have the Rashad Penny versus Walker thing for the running back. Who's going to start?
Which makes you worry about it a little bit.
Yeah. And then James Cook, who isn't even the starter yet. But I like the long-term potential in him.
Right.
I mean, at this point, I think we got our 3 starting running backs. It's not a bad idea to get like a 4th guy. It's just who would we go with?
I mean, because none of the tight ends at this point really excite me. I wouldn't reach for any of them.
I think in every one of these drafts, unless we like a tight end, like decide we just go like a Pitts or Kelsey or something like that early, man, I just think Irv Smith is the most valuable. And this is not even being biased. I think he's the most valuable tight end in this draft. So you might as well just wait for him compared to like these other guys.
How do you feel about like a Brandon Ayuk?
Quick, make your pick.
Where Debo might be gone.
If Debo is gone, but I don't think he will be.
But we got 3 seconds. Grab somebody.
Taking a shot at Rashad Penny.
I like Rashad Penny. Last year, he ended the season strong last year.
Our starting lineup is, other than tight end, our starting lineup is already figured out here.
Oh, yeah.
We got our starting lineup with our flexes. Everything's good. I think at this point, you go for potential, take a little gambles. Ayuk, he could be a stud. He took a big step back. He had a sophomore slump last year. He kind of turned it up towards the end, I guess. But I think it does depend on if Debo's on the team, which I think he will be.
Yeah. But if this draft shows me anything, it shows me this year you can load up on running back early and still fill out you're not going to get a top name wide receiver, but you're still going to get solid wide receiver play with top name running backs.
Yeah. Like you won't have a bona fide for sure number one wide receiver, but there's a good chance that a couple of those guys that we have end up being some of the top wide receivers.
How we feel about Tyler Boyd in this spot? I know he's a number 3, but
yeah, I think we could take. No, honestly, I would take a shot at
make your pick
at this point.
Yeah, he's got that. He could. I mean, if he can learn how to catch a football, take him.
MVS.
If he can learn how to catch, he's got that Tyreek Hill speed capability. He can get downfield fast. It's just the hands have always been questionable.
I only say that. So that's like the hard part. Someone's going to eat for the Kansas City Chiefs. People don't know who it is going to be yet.
Right.
So far from camp, people are saying, well, I guess training camp hasn't even officially started, but from the offseason, people are saying MVS has been the most impressive wide receiver.
I mean, we could grab the boy Irv Smith now.
Yeah.
Or we can wait around. We could, I mean, if you're looking backup quarterback, I would take a chance on a Trey Lance.
Definitely some high upside there.
He does, yeah.
We'll probably miss out on Irv.
Yeah.
Because we could come back around and get Lawrence.
That's true, yeah. Why do they have Lawrence so low? That's weird. Probably because of the talent on the team, maybe. But I mean, yeah, I do like Irv.
Irv's that guy. Irv's that tight end that people should be getting late if they can.
We've taken him every draft so far, I'm pretty sure. He took Tucker. Ooh, a kicker in the 12th round. Okay. I mean, you're starting to see the run on defenses, but not ready to do that yet.
We'll get our backup quarterback that has potential to be.
It's
Trevor Lawrence. He's supposed to be the next Peyton Manning, Andrew Luck type quarterback.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, a lot of drama surrounding that team last year, which halted that a little bit, but the guy's still got talent. There's no doubt about that.
Browns, Bengals, Eagles, Patriots. Last time we went
There's a ton of defenses left here. I'm surprised the Rams are as low as they are.
Oh, yeah, true.
Vikings are there, of course.
I mean, we could get Butker.
Take a kicker in round 13.
I mean, it doesn't make that much of a difference.
That's true. At this point, you're just kind of drafting for unknown depth anyway.
Yeah. At least you get yourself a top player.
Yeah. You can snag him. Zach Wilson, the legend. DJ Chark in Detroit is intriguing.
That is actually intriguing. I like it, potentially, yeah. So we still got court defenses. Should we go defenses or should I would take a chance on I mean, DJ Chark's a good player.
Yeah.
Obviously it's the Lions and
or Rondale Moore even.
Or Rondale Moore.
Quick, make your pick.
I say one of those two. I mean, Tim Patrick's even up there. He's the number 3 receiver, but I say let's go DJ.
I mean, he'll be the number 2 wide receiver for sure.
I do like the Browns. A lot of stack potential on the Browns. Bengals have solid. I mean, Bengals defense was kind of suspect yet last year, so I don't really love the Bengals. I say Browns, Patriots.
Could take a shot at the Rams. Look at the average draft position. The Rams are actually the highest.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, they've got Aaron Donald.
Right.
And they got Jalen Ramsey.
Yeah.
Let's take a shot at them at this point.
Plus, they have Leonard Floyd still, right?
I think so. And then we will pick Hubbard at the end for that Christian McCaffrey handcuff.
Yep. And then that'll be a solid draft.
Yeah. So, I mean, we'll get him for sure. So I guess we can kind of probably just go through this. But, yeah, Matt Stafford, McCaffrey, Aaron Joe. Like, our running backs are absolutely stacked, especially for potential. And we got a lot of depth at wide receiver. Maybe not one guy that is a bona fide number 1 wide receiver, I guess, but a lot of number 2s who could end up turning into number 1s. Like I said last year, Cooper Kupp and Deebo Samuels were later round picks. So, especially Deebo Samuel.
Honestly, like I just look at that Chris Godwin pick. He can get healthy before the season starts. That's my favorite. I love Chris Godwin as a player. I know that the knee injury stuff, it's tough to come back from those, especially being a wide receiver. But man, if he can come back from that, I think that's my favorite pick of this draft. Especially where we got him.
I agree. It would be
but other than that, grabbing Drake London where we kind of wanted Thielen or who else was Michael Thomas? Was he there at that point? Or
no, it's Thielen,
Garrett Wilson,
and Bateman.
That's right. But Drake London, Drake London on that team where he's going to be probably one of the top targets. I do like that.
Yeah. Right. It'll be interesting.
Saquon is risky, but low, high upside, low risk because we took him in the 3rd round.
And so you're talking about, you have to worry about injuries and stuff, but he's going to get the volume. The volume's going to be there for sure. If he can be anything near what he was his rookie season and stuff pre that one injury, that would be huge. That's a massive steal at that point then.
Yeah.
And, the Giants they're talking him up big time this offseason so far. So,
right. And then we got some depth picks on there as well. Irv, a tight end. Yeah. I mean, again, this draft just goes to show me you can go running back heavy early and still end up with, like you said, no top tier receivers really, but a lot of solid receivers that have a ton of potential.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I feel good about this one. I like the last one better, but this one is still pretty good. So anyway, if you guys enjoyed this mock draft, make sure to leave a like for us. Let us know down in the comments what your thoughts are, what picks you'd have done differently. If you want to check out some of our other, if you want to check out our other mock drafts, you can click the 2 links up here. Check those out. Most importantly, though, subscribe to GG Sports Podcast. We're over 500 subscribers now, on the road to 1,000, and we will see you guys next time on the GG Sports Podcast.
Skol Vikes.